Hello. Hello, amazing people. And welcome to another episode of I Said What I Said with Shalakemia. So, I know, don't come for me. I know I'm a little late. Okay, I had to get these curls right. Okay, they had to be intact. At first, they was looking real crazy in the flexi rods and all that. So, hello. Well, listen, this is the first show. Oh. Shoot. Okay, hold on. I have to put the call-in number up there. I'm sorry, y'all. 1 second, and I'll have the call-in number posted. Hello, come on in. Happy Sunday. I'm amazing. Listen, do not panic. I do not have glasses on. Don't panic. I just don't know which one I'm wearing yet. But I wanted to come on here and get started, though. So, hold on. Come on in. Happy Sunday. Where y'all viewing from? Tell me where y'all viewing from in the comments while I get this phone number together. All right, we're almost there. Okay, good. Oh, hold on. I have some good news. Okay, so let me pin the call-in number down here so people have it. Hello. Hey, cuz. I see you. I love you. Thank you for joining me tonight. So this is the call-in number. Please don't call in yet. As soon as I posted the flyer, I started getting calls today. And I'm like, what is going on, y'all? The show ain't even started yet. And I'm getting calls already. Alright, so I pinned the number on there. Let me pin the number on here. So, you know what's so amazing? We are live on Instagram and Facebook tonight. Listen, we upgrading. Okay, so there's the call-in number for IG. So y'all have it. Okay, so the number is pinned. Okay, so we have that. So now what I need everybody to do is I need everybody to share. If you are on Instagram, I need you to share the live in your story. If you are on Facebook, I need you to share the live. So I'm about to share it now. Okay, good. Here we go. I'm about to share it everywhere. Y'all share it in groups. Share it everywhere. Let me share it here. Okay. All right, good. We're good. Okay, so I shared it everywhere. Hopefully y'all shared it everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Ashanti from the UK. Hello. All right, so I don't know what glasses to wear. I don't know. Baltimore. Oh, I see y'all. Birmingham, Baltimore, Albany. I see y'all comments right there. Good evening. Yeah, I didn't know which glasses to wear today. So I guess y'all gonna help me pick my glasses out today before we get started. So I was thinking maybe these. So think these. If you think these, put 1. But then I was thinking like, okay, girl, listen, you might have to wear these. I was thinking these. You know, that's what I was thinking. But it's like when you have so many options. So many options. Hello, come on in. Amazing people. Come on and see. It ain't even no glasses in there. Well, what's going on? What is going on? Where did the glasses go? Did they run away? I'm confused. I can't even get these out. Oh, okay, there they go. Okay, so let's see if I don't know about these ones, y'all. I don't know. 1. So y'all think the white and the black ones? These are really new. A company just sent me. These are old. But these are new. A company just sent me these like last week. No? Okay. I don't think so either. So were these? Because I mean, this is what I seen. Let's do it. We're gonna rock with these. Let's go. We're going to rock out with these glasses. Okay. So listen, so tonight, we were supposed to originally talk about religion. Okay. And, I actually changed it because I had so many inboxes and so many, I love y'all too. I had so many people. You like two? I'm gonna wear one. I'll wear two next week. I'll wear two tomorrow when I go live during lunchtime. So, I had so many people, because of a video I had posted. I did a live with a guy. So I had, so many women reaching out to me. Some women telling me, I don't like your content. Shalakemia. Some women saying, I love your content. But, the guy that was in the video with you, he was very out of order. And this one lady, she wrote me a very, long message, and she was just telling me, like, these are the kind of men that we're talking about. We're not trying to, come for your platform or shut you down or nothing like that. And we understand where you're coming from, but understand where we're coming from. So that's why tonight I wanted to talk about the two types of black women. And I want to talk about a black woman that's an asset and a black woman that's a liability. And really tonight, I want men to really, pay attention, because I have men inboxing me like, Shalakemia, listen, where are the good women at? You know what I mean? Or Shalakemia, I went through this in this relationship. I thought she was for me. You know what I mean? She was just using me, this and the third. So I just think we should have a really good, conversation tonight about, what to look for, the different times of black women, because I have black women that are telling me, Shalakemia, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with guys and trying to, prove to them that I'm not like the other women that they've dated, and that can go both ways. We're not going to front. It can definitely go both ways. So I wanted to kind of open up, because I've done a video on this before, and I've told men, be with someone that's an asset. And I'm going to even pull in what I said last night. If you were on my late night live last night, I talked about how people have a type, and I talked about, my type, the type that I used to have, and how I used to think. And to be honest with you, it's all about mindset. Either you're going to have a physical type and you're going to continue to look for someone that you're physically attracted to, but then, you lack the spiritual and emotional, attraction, or you're going to look for someone that you're emotionally and spiritually attracted to. That kind of ties in of what I was saying, last night. And it also ties into an asset and a liability, because sometimes when you are attracted to somebody physically, you don't know if you're attracted to an asset or a liability. But we're going to be real. There's some amazing women out here that get treated wrong. There's some amazing women out here putting 1,000% into a person, and they're not getting that back. You see what I'm saying? It's amazing women out here that are riding with men. You understand what I'm saying? In their corner, and won't leave for nothing. You see what I'm saying? But those are the ones that get treated the worst. And I have to, when people write to me, I understand, what people are saying, because I've been in situations where I was exhausted. Like, listen, I'm not going to keep trying to sit up here and prove that I'm not like the other people that, you dated. And it goes both ways. It goes both ways, because men have to do that, with us sometimes too, because we be so broken and we be so hurt, But I want to talk about it from a woman's point of view, so men understand. There's a lot of black men that have given up on black women just because they haven't bumped into the right one. You see what I'm saying? But you have to understand when you're messing with an asset and when you're dealing with a liability. Larry said, I need one in my life. Timothy said, so what is your type now, Shalakemia? I don't have a type. I don't have a type. Because if you think about it, let's think about it. We have gone through life and had a type of person that we're attracted to. But we had a type that was attractive to the eye. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't the person that was the person that we wanted, because we looked at them and they were appealing to the eye. But they weren't appealing to your heart. They weren't appealing to your mind. When you went through a bad situation, you know what I mean? Some of those people fled. You see what I'm saying? Some of those people were in a relationship with you for all the wrong reasons. That's why we can't really do what's attractive to the eye all the time. We can't do that. Your type should be someone, you should be attracted to someone emotionally. You see what I'm saying? Like, do they know how to love? Are they interested in loving you correctly? You see what I'm saying? Spiritually, you know, people have to kind of, you know, do that on their own. Everybody believes something different, but are you attracted to them spiritually? You know what I mean? And mentally. And mentally, are you attracted to them, you know, mentally? You know, are they a team player? Or not? You got team players, and then you got people that's for themselves. And that's for an asset, team player, person that's about themselves, liability. So it's like, who do you want to be in a relationship with? Men, do you want to be in a relationship with a woman that's an asset? Or do you want to be in a relationship with one that's a liability? Because I'm gonna be real tonight. A lot of y'all men have a friendship with a woman, and she's an asset, but you don't see her like that. But she's an asset. She's there for you. You see what I'm saying? She's always checking on you. She's doing so many things that stimulate you emotionally. She just may not like do it for you physically, you know, because you're looking at her wrong. You're looking at her wrong. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Jerry said an asset. So, you know, my thing is, I need y'all to understand when y'all have an asset versus a liability. Because you can say that there's no good women out here, but there are. And you're overlooking them because they're physically not your type. They're physically not your type. I'm going to open up the phone lines, though. And I'm going to let some other people weigh in. I'm interested in hearing what people have to say. And I want some women to call in. Don't just message me. Call in. Okay, the phone lines are open for anybody that wants to call in and, you know, wants to weigh in on a topic. But, you know, I also, I really want to represent women that are exhausted tonight. I really want to represent women that are an asset because they're out here. I don't know where y'all looking at. You know what I mean? People always ask me, well, where do these good women be at? Home. They be home. And you know what I tell them? Well, what do y'all want him to do? Break in your house and find y'all? Y'all gotta go places. You gotta get out there. You gotta do something. I mean, these men ain't gonna break in your house and find you. Sitting on the couch watching Netflix in your pajamas. Not gonna happen, ladies. He's not gonna break in your house and you watching Unsolved Mysteries or listen. I just really don't want. There's something wrong with the phones. Something got to be wrong with the phones. There got to be something wrong with the phones. The phone was blown up all day. The phone was blown up before the show started. Okay. Anyway. Y'all can't see the number? The number's down there. Mojo said, no, we're not breaking in nobody's house. He said we're not breaking it. Oh, you know why? Oh, my goodness. Hold on. You know why? Because, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Because it was blowing up earlier. Okay. Now it's on. Call back. Now it's on. Sorry. It's on now. But, a lot of them are hurt. So, a lot of the women... Yeah, I mean, of course. Okay, so let's talk about, since you brought that up, let's talk about that real quick. I feel like, and I could stand corrected. I feel like we all been hurt, and we're all not 100% over it. Let's be real. Hold on. Hello, caller.
Hi, Miss Shalakemia. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. Who's this?
This is Deshay.
Deshay, hey, how are you?
I'm fine, baby.
Good.
I had a question. I came in on the end. I just logged, you know what I'm saying, saw your live or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to say I was loving a man like that.
Okay.
Showing love, giving love, you know what I'm saying, being there, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, spiritually. And you know what I got back?
What?
I love the way you love me, which kind of hit me some type of way because, okay, you say you love me. I'm showing you and telling you that I love you, but you're just saying it to me. You're not showing it to me.
And you know what? I've seen that a lot. I've seen that to where a person doesn't love a person. They just love the way that person loves them. And that's not fair.
Right.
That's not fair. And that's why they hold on to you. But I think that you have to kind of know, like, pay attention to the red flags. You see what I'm saying? Because you know when a person loves you, because they're going to tell you and they're going to show you. And they're going to remind you. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to be in tune with you. They're going to be very in tune with you. They're going to know when something's wrong with you. You know what I mean? They're going to be in tune with everything you're doing. It's just like you have to look for the red flags in those kind of situations. Are y'all still together?
I don't know where we are, because this is the thing. While I'm showing and telling him that I love him, like literally, you know what I'm saying? He's telling me, you know, sending me little cute videos, girl, I love you, and I know Spirit sent you in my life. But on the flip side, you're posting pictures of you and your ex. So I felt some kind of way about that. How you just sent me a video, you love me, and God sent me to you, and you know it now, but yet still you're holding on to that. So I don't know where we are. I haven't talked to him since August 8th.
Oh, well, let me tell you something. You better find out. Because what are you going to do? Sit here on hold? Because that's what it seems like.
Oh, no, baby. I'm an empress. I don't sit on hold.
Okay.
Nobody put me on hold.
Okay.
I know that I'm a good person. I know that I'm a good woman. So, no, I'm not sitting on hold. I don't know what he's doing, but no. I had to literally get out of my feelings because I had to feel that pain because that hurts.
Right. It does. It does. But
I'm healing. Yeah, and I'm moving on. So whether he calls or texts or send a video or not, I'm gone, because I showed you and I told you, you felt that, but then you say you love me, you say it, but I'm not seeing it.
Right. Well, I have to be real with you. Like the fact that you said you don't know where y'all are, right? And I'm gonna be honest, as a woman, like, you know, I can love you, I could be in love with you, but if I'm not getting that in return, I gotta go.
Right.
I gotta go. I can't sit up and wonder my place with you. Like I can't do that. You see what I'm saying? And then if you're like, let me tell you something, all that posting your ex, I really gotta go. Cause baby, I know who I am. You see what I'm saying? I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. I gotta go. Cause you know what? You're in my husband's way, baby. Period. That's just the bottom line.
But let me tell you this though. See, I was helping him while he was down. I didn't know he was down. I was just helping him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Going to school. Now he done graduated. Now, mind you, his ex know that he was with somebody. She didn't want to be bothered with him all this time. Oh, now he's done graduated and got this good job, so she done eased her way back in, and he listened to it. And I told him before it happened, because I'm spiritual. I said, watch out for your exes.
Yeah.
Because they're going to come back.
Yeah. But see...
the thing of it is, you let her in like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And forgot the person that was with you while you was, I guess, down or down at the moment, or, you know what I'm saying, going through what you were going through at the moment. But okay.
And you know what? That comes down to me saying that you were the asset, and you were the asset for the simple fact. And pay attention, y'all. She was the asset for the simple fact that not that she was with him when he was down, but that's what a real woman does when she's an asset. It don't matter if you down, you up, you can buy me flowers one day, you can't buy me the other. I'm with you. I'm a weather any storm with you. That's just what it's going to be. You see what I'm saying? But then you it's like he stood up on you, got himself together, and then went ahead and entertained the liability. And I have to talk about this because it's happening. We're gonna be real. It's not right, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you, I've seen those situations time and time again, where people come to me on both sides of the spectrum and say, hey, you know what I mean? I helped this person all the way up. And then they went and they did A, B, and C. But this is my thing. That person's gonna fall again. Because one thing about it, when you have people around you that are not for you, you fall again. So you can see the people that are around you. So I'm gonna just tell you like this. Don't be surprised if you get a call and the situation is a mess and he looking for you to fix him again. But it's like what are you gonna do?
I fixed you once. You know what, Miss Charlotte? This is what I said. This is exactly what I said. I said that disrespect was loud. So that apology gonna have to be louder than that.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't call me talking about some you sorry. I don't want no video talking about some you sorry. Or don't send me no letter talking about some you sorry. No, that disrespect was that loud. Yeah, that apology gonna have to be louder than that before I even listen to you, baby.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That was crazy. Like I said, the thing that stuck out to me is you was like, you don't know where y'all are. And to be honest with you, I gotta be real. There is no y'all.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You're right.
So sitting around like at the end of the day, you could be missing out on your blessing of an amazing man because you and don't take this wrong, because you sitting up and trying to see if he may reach out, what he may say when he reach out. You could be holding yourself up, and I don't think you want to do that. So sometimes you gotta close that door and keep it moving, and receive what's for you. You see what I'm saying? Because you have too many amazing qualities to sit around with somebody that's unsure about you. Period. And that's what I'm saying. Be sure about me.
And that's what it has started being. I'm like, okay, now I'm questioning stuff.
Yeah,
like, I shouldn't be questioning.
I will close the door. I will close. Let me tell you something. You went on back to that liability that ain't want to weather that storm with you while you was down and out, baby. I would seal that door and I would never open it again.
Right.
Period. That's what I would do.
Right.
That's what I would do.
And y'all, she said what she said.
Period. I said what I said. That's what I would do. Ain't nobody got time to be sitting around waiting around for somebody to act right.
Right. As short as life is, too.
Right.
And I'm all for the brothers. I love my black brothers, okay?
And it's one looking for you. One looking for you. But let me tell you something. Until you shut that door with him, God's not going to bless you with that amazing man. Because he's not going to put him in a situation where you're still attached to him. You see what I'm saying? You still have a soul tie to him. So why would God put a good man in your life when you are unsure? That's why you have to be sure, shut that door, and move forward. So when you do get with this amazing man, ain't nothing going to mess it up. Even if he reach out. Let me tell you something. I would block him on the text, block him on Facebook. I don't got no rap. Right. I don't got no rap. It's over. You don't. Right. He don't need to have no access to you no more. Especially if you with somebody else. That's disrespectful. He don't need to have no access to you. He don't deserve to have access to you.
You right, sis. You definitely right on that. And I heard that loud and clear.
Okay. Well.
So thank you.
Absolutely. And you update me when you meet that amazing man. Okay. You message me.
Oh, you know I will.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. That was like a perfect example right there. Like, why sit up and you have an amazing person and you sit. Why? And then you're going to find yourself in the same situation. Let me tell you something. I want to be in a relationship with somebody that is with me when I'm up or I'm down. Why would somebody want that? I don't want somebody that's just around when I'm up. Let me tell you something. I was homeless a few years ago, right? And I was talking to this guy, and I asked him, I said, he said he wanted to see me. So I'm like, oh, okay, can you give me a ride somewhere? So he's like, yeah, I'll give you a ride somewhere. So all right, y'all. I'm gonna finish that as soon as I come back. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, you have to turn me down.
Hold on, I need to pause this.
Yeah,
Hello?
you gotta pause it. Can you hear me?
All right. Can you hear me
Hello?
now?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm doing fine, and you, sir?
Good, I'm good. You want to weigh in on the topic?
Yeah, I definitely want to. When it comes down to seeing a person as an asset or liability,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the responsibility of both people to see each other as an asset. Truthfully, in my situation, I was in a relationship for 12 and a half years.
Mm-hmm.
I lost a lot of time. But back in the day, when I used to get fired from a job, I got to the point I would ask myself, after you sit down and think about what happened, what did I do to get in that situation?
Okay.
Even though in that 12-year relationship, I was married to her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the wrong she did
Mm-hmm.
to tear it down, but I also had to look at myself too.
Right.
Because a lot of times we end up indirectly contributing to a situation.
Mm-hmm.
When we thinking we helping because we thinking it's the right thing to do, and it actually makes it worse. And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't even, my blessings, it's like they came to a standing point while I was in a relationship. Nothing was happening. And the last 4 years, I felt drained. I felt delusional. I didn't even want to be there no more.
Right.
Matter of fact, because I don't actually work local to where I live at,
Mm-hmm.
I had got to the point, you know what, I'm going to just stay at work till she leaves. That's just how bad the situation had got. And I think we as both men and women need to get to the point of, first of all, let the features go. Let that lustful way of thinking go. Mm-hmm. And really take the time to examine that person. Mm-hmm. It's not what they say, it's what they do.
Right.
That'll tell you everything about them. Because even when I sit back and examine my situation from the beginning, there was a lot of signs. Mm-hmm. Now, remember, I took her word, but there was a lot of signs in the beginning when I go back over that 12 years with just the plain as day. So at this point in time, I'm not going to lie, I'm single by choice, because I'm taking the time to build myself or continue to build myself. I can't get the 12 years back, but what I can do is improve myself to make myself better.
Absolutely.
Because, I'm sure another sister will come along, but what I don't want to take into that other situation is the same thing that we hear all the time. Like, for example, I hear this from a lot of women. They still can't get over the fact that there are men who actually don't cheat on women.
I agree.
But the fact that the matter is, I hear that a lot from women. Now, understand what I'm saying. When I'm saying this, when a woman tell a man that all men cheat or he gonna find a way to cheat, what they actually saying is you're actually telling that man, I don't see who you are.
I agree with that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm Jesse. That's my name. I had nothing to do with Mark. I had nothing to do with James. I had nothing to do with all these other fellas.
Right.
I'm Jesse.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, I hate to bring his name up because he is going through a situation right now. But you remember when R. Kelly had that song back in the day? One man will make a woman hate all men. It was a lot of truth to that song. But, this is both sides of the track. Whether it's men or women, we have to be able to get past that path.
Right.
And that's why I'm choosing to be single now, because when the next woman come along, I want to be able to process this whole situation.
Right.
That way, hey, if she an asset, I can see her
Yeah.
for who she are.
Right.
Not who I want her to be, but who she actually are.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's all I got to say on the subject. I'm going to let you go.
Thank you for calling in.
All right. You welcome.
Okay, bye. Don't do that in my comments, yo. I seen somebody in the comments talking about what he's talking about have to do. Don't do that. You know why? Because some people get on here and they vent about things that they don't feel comfortable with venting to people about. Don't do that. Please don't. You know, I don't like that. Because everybody doesn't have somebody to talk to and vent to and express themselves to. So don't do that. I like what he said, though, about taking time out for himself. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hey, Shalakemia. It is Gary. Scott, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, and you?
Pretty good. I just wanted to weigh in on the topic.
Okay.
Basically, the first caller, I was very passionate about the things she was saying. And what you have here is that a lot of men, Shalakemia, they fashion themselves to be the type of men that are ready for a relationship, ready for marriage, ready for whatever. And me, just using me for example, I didn't really want a girlfriend growing up unless I had a job, unless I had my education finished, unless I had something going for myself. Now, if I already had a girlfriend and I lost my job or something like that, then that's a different story. But I wasn't out here trying to develop myself while I'm looking for a relationship. I think there's a certain order that that a man should fashion himself to, and you should do first things first. Go to school, get your education, get something going for yourself. And I always tell people that if you want to be a king, every king needs his castle, right? And so you can have somewhere to bring your queen to. And so every king, that's where the word kingdom comes from. It means a king's domain. And so it's like the guys that go to college and try to get their life together before settling down and finding that one woman, these are the women, these are the men that women don't want. And I was questioning, like, why do women go after guys that are still in the developmental stages, that they're trying to get themselves together, you know? And because these guys, some of them use women to get where they need to go, which those are not real men, you know? So I was saddened to hear her story,
right?
You know, because there are good women with good hearts out here that want to help a man, but I tell these women that is the wrong way to go about it. Men should help themselves, okay? I'm not saying that it's wrong to help a man, but understand the risk. When you invest, if a man is not willing to invest in himself, you know, there's something to that. Okay, if he needs some help, if he needs this and he needs that from a woman, then he's not the man that can stand on his own 2 feet. You know, when I was coming up, I went out and got it myself.
Okay.
And I built that confidence within me so that I have the wherewithal to take care of myself, which gave me the confidence to know that if I can take care of me, I can take care of my woman, and I can take care of my children. And I don't understand these relationships where these women are going out trying to build guys. And I know she's listening. I'm not accusing her of anything. I love her. I don't know her, but it just saddens me to hear a woman are sticking their neck out and using their education and their resources to build this man up. I think it's backwards. And I think there's men that go out here and do it the right way, get their careers, get their self lined up, and these are the men that the women are intimidated by. They don't want these guys because I guess they feel useless. I remember my last relationship, woman told me that, I said, well, what are you going to do with a man like me? She said, I don't know. You got everything going for yourself. I don't know. All I know is to cook and have sex with you. That's what she told me. You know, so not that I think that was wrong, but a man should take care of himself. Build yourself.
Okay.
So that woman has a foundation in you. So I don't get. I'm very against women going out here trying to build men.
Well, Gary.
But you know, I'm against that. I don't want my daughter going out here trying to find some guy for a charity case, only to give all of her hard-earned money to, and he leave her high and dry.
So Gary, let me ask you a question, right?
That's my take on it.
Can you hear me?
Say what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
So I disagree. Because I don't feel like women are running around here looking for a man to build. I don't think it's that. I know situations, where women have got with men, and they didn't have it all together. And the fact that they didn't have it all together, it didn't matter to that woman, because at the end of the day, her mindset was like, listen, you may not have a few things together, but you're ambitious and you're trying. You know what I mean? And anything that, we want, we can get it together. I don't look at it as building a person up. I mean, if you're going to come on here and say that, Gary, then why do men date women that live in the projects then? Why do men date women in low income? Let's be real. Are they trying to build a woman up? Because if you're living in the projects or whatever, you don't have it all together. The government is assisting you with certain expenses that you have. So, or if we're going to set up here and we're going to say that women should not build a man, then men shouldn't build women then.
I understand that it's the equality sense of it, but in the natural order of things, I think for women to totally trust in the ability of that man,
mm-hmm.
it's imperative that men have the capability of building themselves.
And so do
have
we.
The capability and the wherewithal to stand on their own 2 feet and not hold nobody's hand. I mean, it's a difference in men like that. When you have men that can stand on their own 2 feet and command their square and lead themselves without holding somebody's hand, without the training wheels on, then you have a strong man. You have a woman can trust in that. That's my opinion. Women can trust in that.
So
now, the thing is, when on the other way around, when it comes to men picking women, men should pick women based on their femininity and their feminine traits, and how can she complement him in the business of life. And let's face it, men are supposed to be protectors, but providers. And when we protect and provide, we want our women to appreciate us and respect us. But how can a woman respect a man that she has to carry? It's not going to work. I mean, I've had women tell me that I can't respect you if I have to carry you, and I totally believe that.
So Gary, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, because I don't agree with that. I respect what you're saying. I respect your view and I respect your opinion, but I don't believe in that. I really don't. Like how? I mean, I don't. But you know what? It's crazy that you say that, because I feel like this world holds men to such a high standard. Gary, let me tell you something. This season you could be up and doing good, and everything could be together. And then the next season you could lose your job. You could lose everything. So my question to you,
I don't believe we should start out that way though.
But
I don't believe that. It's different when I'm working and I get cancer and I'm forced to quit. I need my wife's help at that point. But to start out that way, to go out there starting out that way,
but Gary, this is my thing. What I'm saying is, you're not going to meet anybody that's 100%. And what do I always say on my platform? I always say that a blessing comes wrapped in struggle. Now, what if an amazing woman comes along and she's struggling, but she has amazing attributes about her? Are you going to pass her up because she's struggling?
Man, I don't mind that.
Okay, so why should a woman?
I don't mind it.
Okay, so why should a woman come across a man that may be struggling in some areas of life and bypass him And he could be a good, amazing man. You're sitting up here saying
because
that.
it's important.
No,
Go ahead, I'm
no,
sorry.
Gary, it has to be. It's not just one sided. It got to be both sides.
Well, the reason I believe that is for the men themselves. It's important as men, to yourself as a man, to prove to yourself that you can stand on your own 2 feet.
Gary,
it has nothing to do with a woman. You have to prove with yourself, man. So, because you're getting out here, you want to lead a woman, you want to lead a family. You have to prove yourself.
That's not the same
Prove
thing,
yourself.
Gary. Nobody's saying nothing about leading. But to be honest with you, with that kind of mindset, Gary, somebody's gonna come along and use you. And I'm being real with you. You're not going to know. First of all, I don't know if you believe in God, right? But at the end of the day, sometimes you are put in certain situations so you can see the people around you and how the people around you handle you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not always about having you could meet an amazing person in a down season of your life. You could have been in a good season. You see what I'm saying? Lose everything. That woman leave you. Then you in a down season, you meet another woman that sees your potential and wants to be with you. And you ain't got nothing. I can't tell you how to think, but you looking at life wrong.
I've been down, Shalaki. Now, when I went through my first divorce, I was 10 months behind on my mortgage. I had lost my job. I was making great money. Lost my insurance. Now I'm sitting at home with 2 car notes, I'd mortgage, and what the repo truck was coming to get the car that I had bought my ex-wife. I've been on my nuts before. I know how it feels. And here I am out here dating, 10 months behind on my mortgage, and I am trying to look for a potential wife. And I'm not letting them know that I'm in financial straits. I'm working, but I'm not bringing in enough money to pay for all the stuff that I have. Right? So I'm just barely making it. I'm paying child support now, and here I am trying to fake it as though I'm doing well. Okay?
That's different. That's different.
Guys out here doing it,
Gary, that's different. That's different. You said you're faking it like you're doing well. That's different. You shouldn't have been faking it. You should have been real about it. Like, you know, if that person's really for you, they're not going to sit up and, like, if I'm talking to a man and he's telling me, like, I'm going through this and I'm going through that, I'm not going to sit up here and count him out just because he's going through stuff. You know why, Gary? Because Shalakemia has been through stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to count somebody out because they hit a couple bumps in the road. No, I wouldn't be me if I would do that.
But the thing is, Chuck, man, I had to relinquish that mindset. I did that with a couple of people I was dating. Then once I just dropped, I said, you know what, I'm going to be real. And even after I was real, I had to learn that I had to let that stuff go. Get myself together first.
Right. Nobody's saying that. I'm not saying don't get yourself together. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can't sit up here and say that women are trying to build men, because that's not what it is. Some people, but
that's what it ends up being, though.
It's not. It's not all the time, Gary. It's not. It's just that sometimes people see past money and a car and a house, and people see past that. And they look at people's potential and their ambitious and who they are and how they treat people. Because you know what? People out here that's chasing money, they don't care how a person is treating people. They don't care what kind of person that is. They don't care if they're with a woman that, you know, don't respect herself, don't take care of her kids, or they with a man that don't respect his mom and don't take care of his kids. Like, let's be real. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, we teach our sons. You know, we want our sons to be good, upstanding men in the community. You know, we all teach our sons, son, go out here and get this first. Get that first before you start trying. Go on and get your lesson. Don't worry about girls right now. You know, get this, get that. We teach our children that. And the same should go for us as young adults. If we're going through something, and we know we're in the developmental stages, there are times where we need to relinquish the dating and focus on the process of getting ourselves together. I'm not saying you can't meet nobody as a friend and everything. I'm saying for the person who has themselves together, if they meet somebody who's going through challenges and stuff, and they're in the process of going, especially a man, Okay? Let that man develop himself and build himself.
Okay, Gary.
That's all I'm saying. Have the desire to build yourself
Okay.
before giving yourself to somebody. You know, because you can end up using them. You don't know what you really want. You're just looking at them that you're needing help and all this stuff, and you're going to make decisions based on your needs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the advice I know people may disagree, but I've seen it work for men who have stayed focused on their
Gary, I have to go.
on their path.
I have to go. The line is blowing up, Gary, but I mean,
Go ahead. I
wish you.
callers. I want to hear whatever anybody else got to say.
Okay, I wish you luck though with your situation.
All right.
Okay. I want to piggyback off what he said though, because I'm gonna be real. When you going through something, and tell me if I'm wrong, you meet some of the most amazing people when you're going through things. I feel like when you going through things, I'm not saying a person saying don't get yourself together. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like when you up and when you in a good season in your life and everything's going good, you have all these people around you. You don't know who's who, and you don't know what's what. So then that's when God has to come in and be like, well, hold up. Let me take the things away from you that people are attached to. And just like he was saying, like, it just seems like a lot of people are like very money driven. Not that we don't need money to do the things we need to do, but that shouldn't be the reason you deal with somebody or you attach to somebody because they got it all the way together, because it's not always going to be like that. There are so many situations where a person has everything together. You see what I'm saying? Then they fall on a hard time, and that person that they thought loved them so much left and went and found somebody else. I don't think y'all hear me. Went and found somebody else that had it together. You see what I'm saying? Hello, caller. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, you have to turn me down.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. I was calling in on the topic, and I called to say that I think that sometimes we mix seasonal people with lifetime expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that what some women are built to be providers, and so they put everything they have into providing for someone, and then once their mission is done with that person, it's hard to let them go. And so when it's time for them to go, like the task is over, the situation is done, you help build that person. And men do the same thing. And I think that was on that topic from the earlier conversation. Now to the other topic that you have about a liability and assets. I believe that, you know, men and women obviously we're different. Okay. And I think a lot of the problem is that men look at women for visual attraction and women look at men for financial attraction. So there's a disconnect somewhere in there. So the women that look like supermodels, not saying not all of them, but half of them that look like supermodels, they sometimes aren't financially where they should be for a man that is financially where he is. So he ends up taking care of them because he wants to be needed instead of wanted. And the woman wants to be taken care of. And I sound like I'm going in circles.
No, you're fine.
I hope I'm making sense on what I'm trying to say.
I like the part where you said that men want to be needed over wanted. I just had to tell somebody that a few days ago, you know, stop looking to be needed, you know, and be wanted as well. There's nothing wrong with, you know, wanting to be needed and wanted, but it shouldn't just be the needed part. You see what I'm saying? Be wanted by that person, you know, as well, because a person that just needs you, once they no longer need you, they're gone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that's what a lot of the misconception in relationships come from, because a lot of people that are in the dating world, they need somebody. Men and women, they need somebody. And then when the need is gone, the relationship fizzles out. I think I kind of understand a little bit about where the last caller was coming from, where he was saying for a man to stand up for like himself and have something together. I don't think that a woman should get in a relationship with a man if he doesn't have as much. You know, I used to be a helper. I used to be a giver. I used to give everything I got in order to have a relationship. I would let men move in with me and take care of them and be their quote unquote day mama until I got them where they needed to be their chauffeur, help them get their license back and do all of that. And then when they got where they needed to be, they would walk out. And then I realized that I can't keep doing all that. They
Why
at
were
least
you
have to start at the same place that I'm starting at, and then we can go forward from there. I think that.
What's your name?
If that makes sense. My name is Londa.
Londa. So why were you being their mother instead of being their girlfriend or partner or whatever? Why did you look at it like that? Why did you view it like you were being their mom?
Well, at the time that I was doing that, I didn't look at it as being their mother. I was looking at it as being their partner, because unfortunately, that's what I saw in the neighborhood that I was raised in, the environment that I was raised in, where the woman takes care of the man, but it was never really broken down onto what level that meant, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you were taught that. That was your environment, right?
Huh?
I said you were taught that. That was your environment. That's what you grew up around.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So now that I'm older and I understand a lot more now, that's not where I'm at in this space in my life. Like now he has to have what I'm starting with, you know, like reliable, a means of transportation to and from wherever he's going to go. He doesn't have to rely on me. A source of income, a reliable source of income. I say reliable because I mean like taxes coming out, but with the pandemic, we know how that is. Right. Be able to fend for himself, that he's not relying on me to take care of him solely 100%. Now I understand that things happen and people lose their jobs and everybody needs a friend. But you have to, I think I have to take into consideration the whole situation before, you know, I decide to say that I'm going to be the one to help. I'll help you when I'll help. If you want to go back to school, I can help you go back to school and I can help you with certain things, but I'm not going to be the one to feed you everything you need to get you through school, if that makes sense.
Okay, so basically, Londa, like you feel like that because of the situation you were in before, and you felt like, you know, to these men you were their mother. So when you felt like that, then you transitioned to a point where you're like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do moving forward. You know, they have to come to the table with what I'm coming with. They gotta have their own vehicle. You know, they gotta do this, they gotta do that. Understood. So I'm gonna throw a scenario out there to you real quick. Little scenario. So if you meet a man and he has 2 jobs and he's catching the bus back and forth to 2 jobs, or would you date him?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
Okay, so this man doesn't have to have his own car.
No.
Okay. So what changed? Because before you told me that this man has to come with his own vehicle because, again, before...
No, I said he has to have a reliable means of transportation.
Okay, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Okay, so reliable means of transportation. So what does that mean to you? Does that mean... I'm taking it as that's his own vehicle. I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong.
No, he has to be able to get to work. He doesn't have to rely on me to get him to work. He shouldn't have to ask me to use my car to get him to work. Now, I'm not saying that I won't help him if he's like, hey, listen, I'm really tired. Can you run me to work today? I'll run you to work. But my question is going to be, what can we do to get you your driver's license, or why don't you have a driver's license? Once we figure out why that is, then we will move forward from there. But because he doesn't have a driver's license doesn't mean I won't date him. Just understand that if you can't legally drive my vehicle and be legally responsible for an accident in my vehicle, you cannot drive my vehicle.
Okay, I respect that. I mean,
I don't have a problem helping you get. If you need a ride to go to the supermarket, I will drive you to the supermarket. I'm not going to be, going out of my way to get you to work if you can take the bus to work, take the bus to work.
Okay. So you could be in a relationship with someone, they're working 2 jobs, and you have a car and they can catch the bus to work.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not like I had to take the bus before I got my driver's license.
Okay.
And someone that I dated helped me get my driver's license. So I know what it's like to have to take public transportation to get to and from work. I understand what that's like. But I'm also willing to help you get the license if it's achievable. Because sometimes there might not have been someone in his life to help him achieve the driver's license.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna just tell you like my view in that situation, okay? Because this is where people get misconstrued, okay? I'm listening to everything you saying, and to me you sound hurt because you've helped people before and you've ended up hurt. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We all been hurt. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I've been hurt. There's people in this life that have been hurt. So you have to move a little different. I'm going to tell you how we mess up though. Because we allow that person to change how we are and who we are. And then we come across somebody amazing and we treat that person less than. So, and let me express this, okay? Because I had a situation like this before. You said that if he has 2 jobs, you don't mind dating him, but he can't drive your car. Am I right? He can't drive your vehicle. And he can continue to catch the bus, even though you have a vehicle, right?
Right.
Okay. So so this is what I'm gonna say. So if you fall behind on your car payment, should he help you? Are you going to expect him to help you?
If I what?
If you fall behind on your car payment, for whatever reason, hypothetically, do you expect him to help you?
If I fall behind in my bills, do I expect him to help me?
If you fall behind in your car payment, do you expect him to help you?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
No.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, like I said, if he doesn't have a driver's license, he cannot drive my vehicle.
Okay.
If he has a driver's license, then we can put him on my vehicle. He can get insured. We can make him legal to drive my vehicle. If he doesn't have a driver's license, we can figure out why he doesn't have a driver's license. What can we do to achieve it? I don't have a problem helping, but you're not going to use my car all the time without a driver's license.
Right.
That's not going to happen.
No, I respect and understand that. I mean, that's not what I'm saying is like before. That's not kind of, what was being said. So I was just trying to understand, what you were saying, because I had a situation like that before, come to me where, this man was working, 2 jobs. You see what I'm saying? And he was catching a bus back and forth, riding a bike to the other job. And the woman, wouldn't give him a ride back and forth to work. So then it became a problem where, she became behind on her car payment. And she asked him for money, but you're not taking him back and forth to work, and you told him that he can't drive your vehicle. So I don't think he's obligated to help her with her car payment. I could be wrong though. I mean, I could be wrong.
If the situation is, if they're living in the same house and he's paying half the bills, then I feel like he should help her. But if he has his own space and she has her own space and she falls behind on her car payment, but she's not helping him, then no, he doesn't have to help her. Because he has his space, she has hers. That's her responsibility.
That's not what I said, though, Londa. That's not what I said.
She should budget that car into her budget.
That's not what I said. They're living together, okay? He's catching the bus
to living together. I'm sorry you cut out. I apologize.
He's catching the bus to one job, riding a bike to another job. She's not getting up, taking him to work or picking him up or whatever. If you in a relationship and your schedule permits it, it's like, okay, I'll drop you off. I get off after you, so you may have to catch the bus, babe. But I can pick you up from the second job, or we're a team. We do this together. What I'm saying in that situation, when I was talking to this couple, and she was just against taking him to work, picking him up, letting him use the car. But then when the car payment got behind, you expected him to help pay for a car that he does not benefit from. I can't agree with that.
I understand now.
You see what I'm saying? I can't agree with that.
You. I agree with you.
I'm just saying, I can't agree with nothing like that. That's just real. That's real on both sides of the spectrum. But Londa, I appreciate you calling in though.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Gary, I see you in my comments, and Gary, I'm not trying to push the narrative of nothing. But what I'm sitting up here saying is like, why is it always about somebody having it 100% together when none of us have it 100% together? We just don't. Yeah, buses. Yes, I am being real. I am being real. You know why? Because Gary, some people get to where they have to go. Everybody doesn't have a vehicle. Some people are riding a bus. And yeah, I mean, this was a real situation. Yeah, this guy was riding a bike to his second job. What's wrong with that? Why do you find something wrong with that? Please tell me why you find something wrong with that. He's working. So what's the problem, Gary? Hello, caller. How are you?
How are you, Charlotte?
I'm good, and you?
I am very well, very well.
Good.
So far, so good. Great show. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
I would kind of like speak from a man's point of view if I could.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I'm bear in mind, I'm trying to speak as general as possible and trying to be as least offensive as possible, but somebody's gonna get offended anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think what a lot of sisters fail to understand, when it comes to liabilities and assets,
mm-hmm.
is that just in general, like you said, a lot of men ain't gonna like really cheek you out because there's so much involved as far as the law for us in the way that we perceive it these days.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be you couldn't wait to, talk to a pretty sister. You know what I'm saying? Well, even if you got shot down, that was cool. You got to tell her how beautiful she was and shoot your shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all agree with this, like, ultra feminism thing that's been really hitting our community, the Me Too movement. I mean, it's almost like illegal and just a total liability for us to even approach a lot of sisters, and not even in the romantic sense anymore. Just even trying to talk to a sister, just in a general sense.
Right.
It's almost like dangerous stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You got to watch everything you say. Even when I was listening to the sister on the call,
mm-hmm.
I think a lot of brothers was like, wow, they talk about us like we ain't even like people like they are.
Right.
Like we just like little pieces of property or something,
Yeah.
Like we livestock. And I think men, especially black brothers, man, we got this thing where we would very much like to be more than a utility.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense.
Does make
we
sense.
would very much like to be more than a resource. And this goes for the sisters that we date, the sisters in our family, sisters in our community. It's like the sisters can muster love for any and everybody but us. We're the only ones that got to play dragons just to get basic human respect.
Right. I agree.
If that makes any sense.
It does. It's like that.
I know there's a lot of.
It's definitely like that. It's like that, but that's why I wanted to do tonight's topic. It's not like that to every black woman, though. I have black women that, tell me like, Shalakemia, we love black men, but it's like we are the black women that get overlooked. So there's black women out here feel like they get overlooked because they might not be physically your type, or I don't know. The physical type is the part And the ones that aren't looking, at men for anything but, who they are. I think that's how we should be anyway. Be with someone for who they are. Why be attached to somebody for what they have? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of brothers are like feeling right now,
Yeah.
Especially a lot of good brothers. Like, a lot of good brothers feel that, I've put enough in the life, I put enough energy and love, I done did the right thing, and I still can't be loved by my own just for who I am.
Yeah, and that's the only thing you should be loved for, like who you are. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we could all tomorrow wake up and not have nothing. Then what? You see what I'm saying? This life has become so materialistic. And not saying that we don't like nice things. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't be with anybody because of it. Don't do that. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's really wrong. But I have to let you go. The lines are like blowing up. I have to get everybody in here. Cause
I totally understand. God bless you. You're doing really good work.
Thank you so much. Gary, I want to address you really quick. Like, my thing is like, why are you on my live and why are you calling black men niggas? Why are you doing that? That just shows me your mindset. You're sitting up here saying you wouldn't allow your daughter to date no nigga that don't got himself together. Why are you even addressing another black man in that kind of way though? That shows your mindset. Hello, caller.
Hey, Shakim, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good, and you? Who's this?
I'm Markel from Birmingham.
Hey, you said Markel?
Yeah, this is Markel from Birmingham.
Hey, Markel, you want to weigh in on what we're talking about?
Yes, I do. I'm an entrepreneur myself. My mom has taught me the way of entrepreneurship, and I kind of took that into myself to be an entrepreneur. So I kind of know the ups and downs with the road of being an entrepreneur. I'm actually riding a transit bus to do my business, but I still do my business.
Right.
So I'm hearing some of the brothers speak on a brother should have a car to do this and do that. But sometimes the road you're taking, you're not always going to have access to those things until a certain period of time.
Right.
So I haven't, I have a friend that I love dearly. He's been in my life for many years. And he's been with me, through thick and thin.
Awesome.
And I got a chance to see a woman that actually loves me for me. And that was an important visual for me to see, with my mom, her, and my sister. And I'm like, wow, it's women, melanated women out here that do have unconditional love for melanated men. So, I mean, it's back and forth. I've been used before, by women as well. And I still don't allow that to push me in a direction so that all melanated women are bad.
Right.
And I'm working, I'm grinding, I ride the transit, but I'm okay with that for the moment until I get me a car.
Right.
So I let the woman know that I'm actually speaking to. Let her know that I know it's gonna be. I have been through the ups and downs in my business, but I have an amazing story and amazing journey that I have been through.
Right.
So a woman doesn't have to worry about me not going to get it.
Right.
But I want a woman to accept me for me.
Right.
And if I can have that type of woman accept me for me, that'll make it 10 times better for me to feel comfortable to know that regardless of what I go through, you're going to be there through my ups and downs.
And that's what it's about. It's about teamwork. It's not about all the time what you have and what you don't have. And that's why tonight I'm talking about assets and liabilities, because someone will hold on to a liability, but knowing that another person coming along is an asset to you. You have to understand what an asset of a person is and what a liability of a person is. See, you have someone that's an asset to you. You see what I'm saying? So They're not looking at what you have. They're looking at you. They're looking at your ambition. They're looking at you mentally, spiritually, emotionally. That is a woman that's an asset. A woman that is a liability is a woman that is looking for what you have, what you can do for her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think a lot of men will sit up here and say there's no good women. No, you're just dating liabilities. You're dealing with women that are liabilities. You're not dealing with someone that's an asset. You have to know how to identify a woman that is an asset. I'm happy. I was over here smiling when you was on the story because I'm happy for you. You know, I'm really happy that, you know, you found somebody that sees you for you. You know, and not looking at, you know, just a few things. Looking at, you know, like the few things, like you said, you don't have a vehicle. She's not paying attention to that. She's paying attention to your drive. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I would say the woman that I'm actually speaking to right now, she doesn't have a car.
Okay.
You know, and I don't fully judge her for that.
Right.
You know, because she has a business, I have a business, and what I want to do is make sure that I'm supporting her as she supports me, and we build ourselves.
Right.
You know.
Absolutely. The cars are going to come though. The cars are going to come soon for y'all. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy for y'all. What kind of business do you do?
I do the ironic thing is I do detail work.
Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, good. Good for you. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Amazing. Okay, good. That's amazing. You keep on pushing. I appreciate you calling in tonight.
I appreciate you for having me. I'm a big fan of yours. I definitely am. I love that you give a different perspective for the brothers. For women to see that melanated brothers out here, we're not all in the same category.
Right.
So I appreciate you for doing that. And shout out to the melanated sisters out here that are assets. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm just going to get back in tune and listening.
Okay. Have a good night.
Okay, you too.
Thank you. Bye. See, that's what I'm talking about. I seen someone in the comments say that, they teach their children not to look down on people. Like, yeah, like I always tell people in my lives, listen, a blessing will come wrapped in struggle. But you have to understand, you might meet somebody that's not going to be struggling forever. It's not going to be like that forever. And if y'all connect on a whole different level, why not connect and build with this person? Like, I don't understand some people's point of views, and I'm not even going to sit up there and entertain it. Me breaking down, before the phone rings really quick, is, a woman that is an asset. A woman that's an asset, she's going to be in tune with you. You have to understand that. She's going to know when something's wrong with you. Hold on, y'all. Hello, caller.
Hey, how you doing, Charlotte?
Hi, I'm good. And you? Who's this?
I'm doing well. This is Michael Mayfield from Jackson, Mississippi.
Hey, you said Mike?
Yes, Michael Mayfield.
Okay, hey Mike, how you been?
I'm doing well. Actually,
Good.
on the topic that you're speaking of, what's wrong with building with somebody, or sometimes your blessing could be wrapped in struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 5-6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I had to go through my own emotional healing and management coaching for myself.
Uh-huh.
But sure enough, God be my witness. When I followed your advice and I stopped looking at things in a toxic way, that same scenario presented itself to me. Like, I'm dating somebody now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a year, and it was just like that. Like the example you gave about getting back and forth from work. At first, it was my car. Then she got to her vehicle. My car was acting up. She helped me with her vehicle. And there was never a moment where she looked down on me for any financial moment because she knew I had the heart to contribute in that way and other ways, for her emotionally, and she got the same heart to do for me.
Right. That's amazing. See?
So I really think and I'm 26, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I know the culture for us black people, us black individuals,
Mm-hmm.
it's very toxic in the music and what we see in advertisement and things like that, and everybody's just so overly emotional. I think it's really important when you start focusing on God, you start getting a lot of peace.
Absolutely.
When you accept His peace, you know, He just lays the foundation for you. He add everything to you. I really did not think the positivity that you speak of existed until I started living it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. You have to, but you know what? It's like you got to change your mindset, you know, and you have to expect those amazing things. Like if you expect bad to happen, bad is going to happen. But if you expect amazing things to happen and you speak them into existence, they're going to happen for you. It's all about your mindset. And I'm so glad that you're in that space. I really, really am.
I just wanted to come on here and brag on her. You know what I'm saying? I had asked her for permission. I was like, hey, can I brag on you, baby? And she's like, yeah, I don't mind it. And I just really appreciate what you're doing. It's going to be a lot of people that get offended, but God said not to touch His anointed, nor His prophets. So just know that you're protected at all times.
Thank you.
I'm expecting to see even more greater things from your show and from what you do, how you teach people and how you touch people to their soul with the things that you had to say about believing in themselves and being positive towards each other. Because, you know, just defend the men, you defend the women too. It's equal. It ain't no favoritism with you. You just tell it like it is.
Yeah.
And that's what's up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And you tell her I said hello, okay?
I will. God bless you.
God bless you too. Have a good night. I seen Gary, you are a character, Gary. I got to get you back on this phone. Hello, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Aaron. I'm from DC. I'm in the DC area.
Okay, Aaron. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I think this is really profound what you're doing.
Thank you.
Having this conversation. And on the topic of assets and liabilities, I pretty much think of it in the same light as compatibility. Thinking of it in that way, personality, character types, and things like that. There are people who have been misguided by historical perspective, and just by the way media perpetuation of our existence, you know, goals, and what we choose to accept and what we choose to deny. So tying that all up with personality characteristics, it's just like what are we actually determining as our what we're using to present, what we're using to present ourselves with or by. So, you know, if I'm an upstanding man, and I choose to be that, and I choose to continue to be that, I'm not going to be as attractive to a woman who is dancing to Cardi B, you know, or pushing Cardi B up, you know, a woman who is not even of us,
right? But
uses the N word to represent, to, you know, identify us or whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if that makes too much sense, but
I get exactly what you're saying. I was
having this conversation earlier, just with the popularity of following trends, you know, and how, you know, the black man is still marrying, but not necessarily marrying certain types of black women because of the ways they speak to men and things like that. It's the power of submission and cooperation, you know, and being groomed to be a wife per se. Yeah, so I don't know. That's my little contribution.
No, I thank you for that. I really do. Is that all you want to say? Can you hear me?
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. Bye. Gary, Gary, why did you make this a race thing? For what? Call back in, Gary. Cause you are out of order in these comments. This ain't, why did you make this a race thing? Like, oh, no other race is having this conversation. So what? Anyway, so till Gary calls in, we're going to talk about what I was talking about before the caller about an asset. And a woman that's an asset with you is going to be a woman that's in tune with you. She's going to ask you things like, how do you like to be loved? She's going to try to get to know you. She's going to be a team player to you. Hold on one second. Hello, caller.
Hey, Shalakeem, your baby. It's Deshae again.
Hi, Deshae.
Hey, y'all. I'm chiming in from Ohio once again. What I want to add to this whole conversation is why every caller that I have heard, most of them, is in reference to somebody being financially stable. Love wraps in all types of things. It's not just monetary.
Yeah.
And to me, that is the last thing that's important in a relationship. I want somebody to make me laugh. I want to make my partner laugh. We have to be spiritually connected, emotionally connected, and then the finances come in. If I meet somebody today, he doesn't have a car, that don't mean that he ain't my person.
Right. You better preach.
You have to build together. There is no I in team. So that's what I wanted to say. I was listening to, I think it was Rhonda, like she has a lot of underlying issues. And like she said, she was raised like that. But at some point, men and women, we have to change our way of thinking.
Yeah.
Because society has these women, black women, thinking that if he ain't got no money, then he ain't for you. And that is totally untrue.
But the shit, hold on, though.
A man can lead a household or a family, and it doesn't have to be monetary. That does not mean that he is not a king because he doesn't have all the money. It does not mean that he's a lesser person. There's more to relationships than just money. Yeah, we need money to live. Yes, we live in a society where it takes that. But that's just not the whole picture. You can build a kingdom and not be financially abundant, but you can be abundant in so many other things.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
that's what I just wanted to add. Like, everything is not monetary.
Right.
It's really not.
I don't want you to...
money helps, but that's not the all in.
Right. I don't want you to go nowhere just yet because I want to piggyback off what you said real quick. Now, with her touching on that piece of it, and if I don't know why we think monetary like that. I mean, yeah, we need money to do things and live and stuff like that. But that shouldn't be the sole reason. And you know why? Because if you get with someone because they have money, what are you going to do when they don't have money? That's what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody and I want men to really, really listen to this. Are y'all hearing what she's saying? Because, y'all will inbox me and say, there's no good women and women just want to use. No. I want to change that mindset tonight. There are some amazing women. I have one on the phone. There's some in the comments. Every woman is not like that. Every woman is not sitting up here getting with y'all because y'all got money. And I'm just being real. That's not the situation.
Right. And until we can change that narrative, people are always going to have in their relationship.
Yeah. It's always going to be a problem.
I'd rather be single than happy than to be with somebody because I have money and they're just here along for the ride, and vice versa. It's not fair to either person.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where we get that from. I hope it changes, in our community, but there's some amazing women out here that's not looking for that. You know what I mean? They're looking to be a team player to somebody. And that's why I wanted
they want to be happy. They want to laugh. They want to have fun.
Right.
And fun does not include money. You can have fun at a park. You can have fun taking a walk. You can just have fun at the park. Just fun in the house watching a movie. Right. That does not have to be money.
Right. And Dante just said money and resources attract the needy and the greedy. That's just like on TikTok. Everybody was tagging me in a video of a woman saying, "Oh, would you date a man that takes you to Olive Garden because I wouldn't?" And I'm like, what? Like, who is teaching you all these things? You could, a date is a time for you to get to know somebody. Know who they are, know if y'all compatible. But we're going to be real. There's some liabilities out here that just want a free meal. I mean, they've proved that. All over social media, they want a free meal. There's women out here that will put a picnic together. There's women out here that will cook. There's women out here that will be cool with meeting and having a cup of coffee. It's amazing women out here. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, to be honest, stop overlooking those kind of women. Stop overlooking the women that's not looking to be with you because you have money. Because money isn't everything. Like, money's not everything to me. You see what I'm saying? I make do with what I have. And I'm just being real. And if that's how some of y'all feel, don't want to date me because I don't have no car. I borrow my kids' car. Don't want to date me. I'm just saying. I'm just being real. I borrow my kids' car, so don't want to date me.
I don't have a car.
Let's be real.
Car. But the thing of it is I will not change the loving and caring person that I am because somebody else didn't do my work.
Please don't.
I'm not changing that. I'm not going to become bitter because I did that in the past and it got me nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I can't stop being me because these people don't work, and I'm not going to lower my vibration just to meet them. You have to come up and meet me.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I
it's
feel
not
you.
monetary. Just let me make that clear. Because I know somebody will take that and be like, oh, she's talking about, no, I'm not talking about money.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said some people are in a struggling season and money will help 99 of their problems. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes that's true, but also money isn't the answer to everything. I'm just being real. I've been down many a times and I prayed and got exactly what I needed. And I'm just being real. I prayed and got exactly. It ain't even had. I remember, like I was about to tell y'all. Do you want to stay on or do you want to go? I can let you go. I'm about to tell a story, but
I can stay on.
Yeah, please, because then the phone will ring while I'm trying to tell the story. So I was okay. So this guy, he wanted to get to know me. So I was homeless. I had just lost my job. We had a problem where our job wasn't paying us. Like, we was going to the bank. They wouldn't cash our checks because the job didn't have no money. So, I lost everything. And I had to go to the Y. So the Y had called me. They had a bid or whatever. This guy was telling me, like, he wanted to take me out on a date or whatever. And I had called him and I'm like, we could meet up, for a cup of coffee or whatever. So after the coffee, I asked him, could he drop me off? And I had him drop me off at the Y or whatever. So, I didn't think nothing of it. I wasn't embarrassed because I feel like if you like me and you want to get to know me, you're going to get to know me, whatever's going on with me. You see what I'm saying? If I'm homeless, I got a home, whatever. Look at, if you want to get to know Shalakimi and the person that I am, then you're not going to judge the situation I'm going through because I'm not going to be in this forever. Anyway, so he drops me off there, whatever, and I get settled in and everything. And I had text him, thank you for, dropping me off or whatever. So I never heard back from him. I never heard back from him the whole time I was at the, and I didn't reach out no more. You see what I'm saying? I was focused on, getting myself together, but I didn't have a problem, with getting to know him while I was there, because you know what? I knew that I was only going to be there for 30 days, which I was actually there for 60, because I was waiting for my apartment to come through. But I was there for 60 days, and my mission was to get myself together. But I wasn't going to not get to know him because, I'm in this situation or ignore him. No, this could potentially be the person that, I'm supposed to be with. And it was so ironic because I want to say like a year ago, he reached out to me on here. And wanted to go on a date. You didn't want to date me when I was at the Y, though. You didn't want to date me when I was homeless. Like, what makes you think I'm going to date you now? Did you think that I was going to be homeless forever? Did you think I was going to live at the Y forever? No, absolutely not. But that's why I don't treat people like that. You see what I'm saying? I don't treat people like that. I don't see people going through something and feel like, oh, I don't want to get to know them because they going through this, or I'm not that type of person. I've been through things too. I don't look down on people because they may be going through something. You know why? Because I know what I came out of. And I have a strong faith that they're going to come out too. And if I see the problem that people are missing their blessings is because you can't see past the person's struggle. Like you've never struggled. I'm not sitting out here saying build anybody. I'm not saying be dumb for anybody, but I'm going to tell you like this. You will miss your blessing if you focus on a struggle that somebody is going through.
Absolutely.
Because a blessing comes wrapped in struggle sometimes. You might meet that person at a downtime and you don't know where God's about to take that person. You just don't. You see what I'm saying? Then people will see that person get themselves together and you see what I'm saying? All together and then want to be in their face. You didn't want to be in my face when I was living at the Y, though. You didn't want to be in my face when I didn't have no car, when I didn't have it together. You didn't want to be in my face then. You didn't want to be in my face when I was on here, doing my talk show on Facebook. Now, because I'm in the studio, you want to be in my face. No.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not.
And that's just it. Once women and men change their mentality on how something looks, how it makes them feel, how the
Right.
person makes them feel, then it'll be a change. As far as
Absolutely.
everybody looking for how he looks or what he has or how much money they make or, oh, they living in this area, oh, they on Section 8, oh, they home. You don't know. That could be your blessing.
Yeah.
That could be your millionaire, billionaire.
Absolutely. You don't know where that person's going.
Or clean up buildings. You don't know that man or that woman in the park, but they ain't on business. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because you're judging a book by the cover. You're not trying to find out what's in the book.
Yeah. Yeah. You just don't know. But Deshad, thank you for calling in.
You're welcome, baby. And keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
But yeah, like that's what, you know, I wanted to come and I wanted to break down, because there's a lot of good women, you know, that are looking to, you know, love a man emotionally and spiritually. You know, they're not really looking at the financial part of things, and not saying, like other people were saying, somebody's trying to build somebody or, you know, take care of somebody. No, but money isn't everything. Let's be real. Yeah, we need to live, and yeah, we need to do different things, but it's not the whole piece of the pie. It's not. This is my thing, and I want y'all to tell me in the comments, would you want someone to be with you for money? Would you want someone to be with you because of the things you have going on? Or would you want someone to be with you because they see something inside of you? They see an amazing person. They see somebody that's ambitious. They see somebody that's a plan, somebody that's going somewhere, somebody that I can see myself with this person for the rest of my life, because I know they are down for me. No matter if I'm up, no matter if I'm down, they are down with me. That's all I'm trying to say. So I don't want y'all men to sit up here and think that, you know, there's women out here that, you know, aren't amazing. No, there's some women out here that are assets. I had to tell a few people that this week, like, listen, look and see the asset that you have in your face. You know, this is a woman that don't mind weathering storms with you. You know, this is a woman that don't mind being by your side in those down moments. Now the liabilities, they're not doing that. They don't have time. Listen, they don't have time to stick by your side and see you through and check on you and love on you and encourage you and inspire you and motivate you. Liabilities don't have time for that. They just don't. So it's like, stop dating them. Stop entertaining them. And understand and know when you have an asset. That's all I'm saying. Understand when you have an asset. I had a woman here on Instagram that just said that, you know, if I'm in a relationship with a man and I have a car and he's working 2 jobs and I'm working, we're going to compromise. And I agree with that. Why wouldn't you do that? In that situation I was telling y'all about, I had to tell that woman, you can't expect him to sit up here and pay your car payment. Your car don't get him back and forth to work. You don't even let him use your vehicle to go back and forth to work. Okay, you're not comfortable with him using your vehicle. Why don't you drop him off or pick him up from one of the 2 jobs? It's a compromise. If I'm in a relationship with somebody and we only have one vehicle, we have to sit down and come up with a plan. You know what I mean? Are you dropping me off? Am I dropping you off? What are we going to do? Because we are in this together. You cannot sit up here and expect a man that is riding a bus and a bike because you refuse to take him to work or even compromise to pay the car note and the car insurance when gonna get behind. Let's be real. Because I came to be real today. That's it. Slave, liabilities can be more than just financial. Slave, no, I agree with that. I said that. Like, liabilities could be a person that isn't emotionally available. You see what I'm saying? A liability is somebody that when things are good and you up, they there. And as soon as something, you know, you go into a season where you may not have nothing, or you lost things, or you in a down season, they flee. That's a liability too. Because us real women, we're not doing that. And we don't move like that. And that's what makes us an asset. And that's when you have to know the difference. You have to really, really know the difference. Gary, I never moved in with a woman, never will. Okay, Gary. Okay, Gary, you never moved in with a woman. Okay. Like, I mean, Gary, by some of your comments, like, do you want to be white? I'm asking a real question. Do you want to be white? Because you sat up here and you compared our conversation, say no other races are talking about this. So what? Why are we paying attention to what other races are doing? We're not paying attention to what they're doing. We're set up here trying to build up our community and understand what's going on in our community. We don't care what nobody else is talking about. We need to have these kind of conversations. Maybe they don't, because they buy people. Let's be real. Some rich white people, they buy people. Malcolm, people need to have real conversations and talk about the basics. Absolutely, because there's so many people. I have so many messages, and I know people get mad because I don't answer messages. But to be honest with you, I have so many, it's crazy. I try to answer as many as I can, but the messages I'm getting, you know, that's what pushed me towards this topic. I was actually supposed to talk about religion tonight, but I talked about it because I'm getting so many messages, so many situations, and you know, this was it. Like, there's no good women out here. No, there are. Do you know what to look for in a good woman? You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to know the things to look for. You know, you can't go off of a physical type no more. You have to look at who a person is, unless you want it to be temporary. If you want to go with somebody that is shaped amazingly and stuff like that, do what you got to do. But don't get mad when the mindset is wrong. David says, asking why he keeps saying, I was being real. Like, do Gary want to be white? Do he want to be a white man? I'm just being real, because I mean, his comments about race, I just thought he wanted to be a white man. Maybe there's some people like that want to be white. I mean, I don't care if you want to be white or not. We're going to have this conversation. You don't have to be over for the conversation either. But we're going to have this conversation so people get understanding, because that's what it's about. Right, Chico? Crystal said it's crazy. Who's in here trying to come in? Crystal. You still trying to come in, Crystal? I hope y'all can hear Crystal when I add her. I'm sure y'all be able to hear her. I'm adding her on Instagram, but I'm sure y'all be able to hear what she's saying. Crystal, you coming in?
It's me. I just want to say real quick, like, I know a lot of people be coming at you about building up these black men, but it ain't nothing wrong with that, because it is. I'm 30 and I be considering myself slick young, but it is still decent females out here, so I know it's decent men. So
yeah.
Speak for them, because we still out here.
Right. Absolutely.
And I be listening to you, and I do be seeing a lot of people be like shaming you and shit, because they be feeling like you take men's side. Somebody got to.
Absolutely, Crystal. Absolutely.
Somebody got to support them, and somebody got to build them up. If that make you the bad guy, then I'm just saying keep doing what you doing, babe, okay?
Right, Crystal. I don't pay them people no mind. They know I don't. And they want my attention so bad, I don't pay them no mind, for the simple fact that you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to come to my page. You see what I'm saying? You coming over here because there's something over here on my page that intrigues you. That's why you keep coming over here. You know what I mean?
It ain't nothing wrong. It'd be crazy how you ain't doing nothing but being positive about black men, and everybody be having something negative to say. Now, if you was on here bashing, then you would be everywhere. It's just how it works. But I watch you and I appreciate you, because I got a brother who a good black man. I got a daddy who a good black man. So they definitely out here. You feel me?
Yeah.
And my mama is a beautiful. I got a good sister. So we out here. So keep doing what you do, babe. That's all I had to say.
Thank you so much, beautiful.
I love you, and I support you, and I'm gonna buy bags when I get off. Okay?
I love you too. Thank you so much.
All right, babe.
Okay. I hope y'all can hear. When I do Instagram like that. But yeah, David, thank you, sis, because you said what you said is the truth. Yeah, like that. Like she said, there's some amazing, black men out here, and I hated that. Sometimes they all get put in a category, one category. Like us women, we don't like to be in a category with women that ain't on our level. I know I don't like that. So I know men don't like that. You know what I mean? So I kind of show the same compassion when it comes, to men or whatever. But what I'm probably going to do is Okay, well, I don't have nobody else that's calling in. Cool. Okay, so, basically, with me talking about, the two different types of women, like I said, I was coming to, talk to men, but not only talk to men, but, so women have, some kind of comfort, you know what I mean? Because I seen a lot of women, that were, just disturbed by some things. And I thought that this show was needed because there are some amazing black women out here that are ready to be amazing to a black man. There is, people mindset can be liabilities. Their decisions can make having a bad attitude, etc., being disrespectful. Absolutely, I said that earlier. It's not just about money that makes you a liability. It's who you are. It's how you're there for a person, how you speak to a person, things like that can make you a liability as well. Generalizing men are at an all-time high. That's true. That's very, very true. But let me close. Because I've almost been on here for 2 hours. So basically what I was saying was this show was needed for black men to understand, asset versus a liability, and that there are some amazing black women out here, that want to be team players. And I feel like for, black women, I feel like tonight black women needed a voice. Those amazing black women needed a voice tonight to say, hey, we're out here. There's some amazing black women, that are not looking to use a man. You see what I'm saying? Looking to be a team player. See you for who you are. It's like on both sides of the spectrum. From black men, there's amazing black women out here. From black women, at the end of the day, I see y'all. You see what I'm saying? I definitely see the amazing black women out here that don't get noticed. Don't really get noticed. Or they're overlooked. But, what I want to say tonight in closing is to those amazing black women, please don't give up. Please don't stop being who you are. Please take it from me. I have been hurt in situations too, but you know what? It doesn't stop me from being who I am. It stops me from being who I am to people that don't appreciate me. You understand? So, like the caller earlier, it seemed like she kind of changed who she was because of situations previous. I don't want you to change who you are. Keep being amazing. Don't stoop down to somebody else's level because they hurt you. Do you hear me, sis? Do not stop being who you are. Because let me tell you something. There's an amazing black man that's going to come along and appreciate everything about you and show you something different. You understand? And black men, stop overlooking these amazing black women. Okay? Stop sitting up here and playing around with these liabilities, baby, and get you an asset. Because you gonna need women like us. You understand that? But I thank y'all so much for tuning in with me tonight. Tune in with me every Sunday. I'm about to actually change the day from Sunday because I need my weekends, y'all. I'll be having like one day to recoup, and that's Saturday, and then I have to get ready Sunday to do this. So I will be changing it to either Monday or Tuesday, but I will keep y'all updated and let y'all know which day that the show is going to change to. But I just want to thank y'all for y'all support. I want to thank everybody watching. I want to thank everybody that called in and poured into the show tonight. But I just appreciate y'all support week after week. Okay? I love y'all. Happy